it's Fat Stormtrooper. Just looking at some of the history of trading in TF2. The basically trading is something that really came on in 2011 in the beta version. It says here that the feature introduced on the 9th of August 2011 as an open beta. Um, and were added to the public Steam client on the September the 6th, 2011. So yesterday was actually the birthday of trading in TF2. So that makes it a massive 7 years old. So basically, at the time, Steam Guard, 15 days hold. If the users have been friends for over a year, it'll be 1 day. So the Steam Guard Mobile Authenticator was then subsequently added in. And initially, you only had like 8 slots to trade. But then the number of slots could be expanded. And then more slots up to 256 items at once. So 256, wow, But a new on 2013 trade offers was released where you could actually send an offer to somebody else. So trade offers is really less than 5 years old. I guess you can also you can trade within Team Fortress. There are certain items that are not tradable. And I guess, to really look at how this trading system is and just how this economy is rolling, lots of patches were introduced, and basically, overall, the trading system has become quite well established over time. Now, I was just looking back historically, 2011, okay? 6th of the 9th, right? The trading was introduced. But look at this post, it's fascinating. This is a post from PC Games. A $28,000 Team Fortress 2 backpack. Okay, now guess when this is 2012. So a year later, within a year later, okay, basically you've got somebody, Matty, who's still still reasonably influential in the community. He's involved in a lot of the community sort of activities. He's quite a big player in the TF2 community. He basically had $28,000 and 864 items, which is an average of $32 an item. Looking for unique hats, team captains, and properties, the unusual. So early on, he was a team captain collector. Okay, so I guess this is the early top of the off the table, the most significant backpack. And over time, I mean, obviously that changed, and people acquired more, and the actual total number of items as they were in box led to the economy increasing of TF2 of over $50 million. So let's have a look at some of the other things. So this one here looks at it's a video from July 2016, and it looks at a dead Andre, and Andre's got he was at the number 1 back then, 500 unusuals, and we're looking at a total prize pool of $50,000 or more, so just over $50,000 in items. Probably the most notable name that I came into TF2 is Bob Explosion. Now Bob is a recognised trainer and a player. He's currently ranked 13, and he has got a backpack that's not to be sneezed at 41,000. But in his heyday, let's see if I can get something up with this in. This is when Chicken was doing his review years ago. He was Bob Explosion was number 2, and Andre was below that. This was on the 13th of October 2016. His backpack was worth 93,000. Now, I believe that Bob Explosion's peak of his backpack was about 120,000 US, and that was somewhere in 2015. And he owned a number of birding team captains, and he was the guy that bought I think the team captain for 500 buds. So he's a really influential player in terms of TF2 trading early on, and also I'm happy to say that he's assisted me at times as well. So it's a very I think it's really important to remember that there is a history to all this stuff. Currently, obviously, Daft Chicken's up the top. I'm a close second. Sexy Sparta's always up here. Shadows has been up there for a long time. Andre's still around. Wayne, Pyretrex. But if you go back here, there's Bob Explosion and Maddie are down here. So they're still sort of in the realm of the top backpacks. But they're very, as I say, it's very significant that these guys have been part of the history of this. Now, I'd also like to draw attention in particular to the fact that, I mean, in 2011 it was introduced, and Maddie's amazingly got like a $28,000 vacuum backpack in less than a year. I mean, that's that's pretty impressive. That sort of, proliferative trading or gathering or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I think it's just worth to remember the history, and then obviously somebody will take over from myself and Chicken one day, and it is nice to see that the top guys are still up within the top 20, and they're still enjoying items, and they're still trading items, and I just want to reinforce the fact that the economy is by no means dead. Peace.